Hello.
Hey,
Hi, Amy.
we're recording. How are you enjoying retirement?
Freaking amazing. The caviar is like tastes better than ever. The champagne is endless and it's not on me, so that's like the best part that it's free. Many other things as well that are like fucking amazing in retirement.
I mean, outside of weight cutting, is there anything that you're the most excited to not have to do anymore?
There's a lot of things.
So, I mean, I know you're
Like
retired.
running, dieting. There's so like at the top notch level, you want to put as much time, effort, and thought into the fighting. So, wow, like, do you want to play video games? Yeah, to be, play video games and shit, but you don't want to play video games till like 3, 4 in the morning when you got to wake up early. So it's just like a constant. You got to be as good as you can to yourself, get in that oxygen chamber, eat right. Maybe don't eat too much junk food at night because, it's going to just be sitting in there. So there's numerous things that I won't be missing too much. But at the same time, they're great to have in your life, for some structure, for some moral compass that a lot of us, and I'm talking to some people in this very room, don't have, that fortitude and discipline to go to the gym once or twice, push yourself past those comfortable boundaries. Wink, wink.
Oh, I gotta know who you're calling out now.
I don't even worry about him. Worry about me, girl. It's with me and you.
So, since you're not going to be fighting, how many times do you actually go into the gym, or are you just sort of going when you feel like you want to work out?
Right now at my current state, because I have the promotion May 5th coming up, the first sanctioned MMA bare-knuckle event in the history of Florida. I haven't been going to the gym as much as I usually do, but at least a minimum of once a day, maybe twice a day. And if it was that for some reason I worked out 3 times that day, because for whatever reason then I worked out the day 3 times, but right now I haven't been hitting the gym how I would want to.
And you mentioned the first sanctioned bare knuckle MMA fighting in Florida. That's a huge deal. And I know you're retired technically, but you're still working your butt off. You have Recuerdo, you have the boxing, you have bare
That's,
knuckle MMA.
the bottles in the background look beautiful.
Yeah, I got them from the distillery. I went out to Oaxaca.
Nice. How did you like?
Yeah.
Did you like the food over there?
Oh my gosh, amazing. And I planted my own agave in the fields too. So
Nice. That's cool,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, it was an amazing. Everybody should go out there if they have a chance.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a cool time out there.
Yeah.
Very humbling.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a project that you feel like you're putting the most focus in right now?
Promoting and just fight promoting is what's been taking up a good amount of my time between fighting the last 2 years and fight promoting. I did a lot of shows with bare knuckle. Did about 4 shows. I did 7 shows last year with Icon. They were on UFC Fight Pass. We sent 8 fighters to the UFC. One of them being Bo Nickel, Hamdul, Hamdi, and numerous other guys that we sent off to the UFC. So it was a great experiment, and it's like what I love to do. Also, I get to give back, just like how Kimbo Slice, Icy Mike, they invited me on their platform, and I went and fought when Kimbo was getting these millions of hits, and they allowed me to come fight. It's kind of like I get to do the same thing now and give back, because I let all these guys come and fight on my platform, all eyes on me, the whole world's watching, and boom, go out there and do your thing and create your own universe.
Did you get any kind of promoting advice from anyone in particular that you feel like really helped you along the way? Kind of break into that?
Where are you from?
California.
Okay, I'm from Miami, so it's like a bunch of know-it-all here. Like, yeah, a bunch. There's a lot of people that do know it all, but there's a bunch of know-it-alls. And you want to know the advice from the know-it-alls or from like the people that actually are in the promoting world?
I guess whichever you listen to, I would assume you're not
Oh, okay.
listening to the know-it-alls.
No, from the know-it-alls, you just do what the opposite of what they say. I got some know-it-alls right here, right now in this very room.
You got a lot of people in that room you're not too fond of right now, huh?
No, no, I love all these people in this room, but it was call out Mondays and shit. So is it? We went by fast. That was a fast week.
A lot of the fans are really curious and excited to hear how you're getting such big names to appear on all of these cards. I mean, I think it makes sense. They want to be working with you, but what's your selling point to them to get them to come on over?
It's a combo of things. These are prize fighters at the end of the day. They're not doing it because, oh, hey, Masvidal, you're so cool. There ain't nobody doing it like that. So we talk to every athlete, their camp, their managers, and we come up with a game plan and bam, execute that. And then the plus side to it is the platform that I bring to that individual, from sponsors and just eyeballs, period, looking on, seeing what's the next move, and boom, here we go. I'm looking for the next great fighter, and that's some constant. So all these guys know that, like, you can literally go out there and change your life in just seconds in this fight world. So go out there and do it, with the most eyeballs possible watching, so you could earn the next biggest paycheck of your life. That's what the motto is, the manifesto at Gamebred Inc.
Is there somebody on this fight card coming up that you feel like the fans should really be paying attention to the most?
Oh, there's numerous peeps on the card. Well, for starters, we got the main event. I know everybody's heard me say it. Big Roy versus Dylan Kleckler. I'll talk about some other fights maybe people don't know. Sean Seriano versus Ago Houston is going to be very good. Both of these guys are great strikers. Mr. Sean was in the UFC, and I saw him compete since his amateur days all the way to the UFC in Florida. So I personally know, like, man, this kid's good, sharp striker. Henry Hoof is his head coach. They're doing an amazing job there. Ago's another striking guy, so we're hoping that one's going to be a great fight. Emiliano Sordi, the ex-PFL champion at light heavyweight, is going to be fighting the Kung Fu legend, who then got into MMA and took it to the highest level of MMA in the UFC, Marcus Perez. So I'm just interested to see with the no glove style fighting, this Kung Fu man that could actually fight MMA against the ex-PFL champion. That's one that I'm looking forward to as well. Jamal Tatum, heavyweights, big boys versus Call Semanutafa. It's going to be another great fight. I think between the both of them, their finishing records like 85% finishes. Jamal has only been to a decision once, and Carl has got 8 knockouts, 12 victories. So he's a guy that's going for the KO. Those are the type of athletes and dogs that we're trying to also bring over the Gamebred. Guys that just want to get after it and prove that there's a big difference between him and the next contender. Not that I'm only looking for knockout artists. That's not the only thing, but I'm looking for individuals that bring it, that want to make as much space as possible between them and the next fella or lady.
I was actually going to ask you about that. I noticed there were no women on the card. I know you've had women on previous cards. Has it been difficult to find women who want to fight bare knuckle?
In this particular set of time frame and this and that, we weren't able to just make it happen. That we had like 3 matches that we were really, really close to, but they either had prior commitments or we're gonna do something. So it was just a matter of timing. And also, you could imagine if the field is small with gloves for women at certain weights, it's even smaller bare knuckle. Mm-hmm. So it's, they bring you too late in there.
And I guess my last question.
So it sucks at this.
Oh, I think I lost you.
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you now. Can you hear? Oh, there we go. Got you back. Got you back. So I got most of that. I think a lot of people want to know, I mean, everyone, when it comes to an MMA retirement, half the time they're not real, half the time, the fighters change their mind or they miss it. What would it take to get you to come back?
That's such a broad yet precise personal question. I might hit you with and you know that I like you now, but I might have to plead the fifth on you.
Oh no.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, of course. I don't plan on coming back, but like if you're putting like mystery factors and things, you know, well, what's at stake here, you know? But as of right now, no, I'm not. It's a good long 20 years in there, and I just feel like certain things aren't the same no more as they were even when I was like 34, 35. You know, they're my reaction time has slowed down dramatically, and that's something that is like crucial to a fighter, you know. So gotta chill out.
I think I lost you again.
There's a lot of individuals now. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hello? Yeah,
I
there's
got
a lot of fighters because you know, how about now?
it's kind of cutting in and out. I'm getting little bits.
Good.
There we go. I think I got you back.
Hola.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. I guess to wrap it up, I got most of that, but to wrap it up, if it were, I know you said you plead the fifth, but I guess if you're weighing money versus opponent, which would be more important to return, the opponent or the amount of money?
I'm gonna go with C.
Awesome. I really appreciate your time, and I apologize that we couldn't get that at the end to connect, but
Don't
I
worry
really
about it.
appreciate your time.
Thank you. You have a good one, Amy.